El Calafate, Patagonia, Argentina. Here, one gets the sense of what it would be like to live in an early frontier town, existing on the edge of the known world. In fact, today, in the early morning hours, it looks almost like a ghost town. Nearby, though, men are stoking humongous fires, and they are burning hot. The excited buzz of the crowd explains the empty streets. The citizens are lined up here, almost in a frenzy to see the object of their desires burn. Burn until the smoke from its sizzling flesh fills the sky. Today is the day of the lake.
It's Meatopolis. It's the Meat Dome. Beef-O-Rama. Blood Feast. The end of the road for old Bessie. In the world of meat, my friends, I have all-access pass.
Near football field-sized grill pits kept burning by dump truck loads of trees, I wander with Hector, a friend and local, among entire sides of burning beef.
Why the party? What's going on here?
It's the day of the lake, the Argentina lake. This day, the lake was discovered.
Right.
We have music, dancing, horse riding.
So I'm here on the right day. Meat day is the good day, the best day.
The best day, yeah.
Because Argentina is all about beef.
Yeah.
And you tell someone in New York, "Hi, I'm going to Argentina." "Oh, the steak, it's beautiful."
Argentina is known the world over for its beef. So no wonder that asado, grilling meat, is a cultural institution. There's only one problem. They're overcooking the beef.
Oh, they're cooking the living out of this stuff.
Fortunately, I have some experience in this department.
I got us a nice T-bone.
Yep.
And two beautiful rib sections. Nice and, like, rare. We want to see some blood. Man, look at this. That line is building, man.
Yeah, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 people.
3,000 people.
Yeah. 150 cars.
They're going through the meat pretty fast.
Yeah.
All right, Hector. I got mine, man. You ready? Where's yours?
Here.
I'm not moving. We're sticking right here, keeping our knives close. If any of these guys makes a move for my mother steak, there'll be a whirring of blades and incisors. I say we're ready.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Off to the eating tents with the happy hordes of carnivores, friends and families alike.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect. Paradise.
Good to go, my friend. Man, makes all the difference in the world, you know, cooking it like rare. Let's eat, brother. Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this beef is good. Local people, right?
Yeah.
From the area.
Yeah.
Everybody here brings their own knife, right?
Yeah.
And your own
everybody.
cutting board,
Yeah.
something to drink, then you just have at it.
Exactly.
This is what it's all about, man. Bread, meat, and beer.
Red meat and beer.
From this moment, it turns out to be a kind of weird day. Through the kind of frequent schedule change that happens often on the road, we find ourselves next at an estancia, an Argentine ranch. Cattle raising. It's an everyday thing on a ranch, nearly anywhere. It's standard practice of the American West. What cowboys did. What made them cowboys. It's a gaucho thing. It's where food comes from.
How many cattle?
1,000.
Whoa. Where the rest?
Someone are inside the cows because they are pregnant.
Oh.
The other ones in the top. El tío,
Mucho gusto, Almirón. Mucho gusto. Tony.
he knows everything about this work.
He's going to show us how it's done.
Firstly, we have brown the cow.
As we watch the gauchos separate the mothers and calves, my producer and I begin to feel uncomfortable.
So, that sound you hear? That's the moms calling out to their children.
Now separated, the calves are lined up, one by one, for branding.
They never showed John Wayne doing this, did they? This is a significant part of the cowboy job. You never see John Wayne beating on little calves.
Now, branding of calves is something anyone who works on a ranch is familiar with, but for us city dwellers, it comes home in awful ways. All that steak I ate suddenly isn't sitting so well in my stomach. Producer Tracy is on the verge of tears. Sure, the process is inevitable. We know. The roping, the branding, the knife. Oh yes, the knife. Lucky for us, the ranch has a few young bulls that need castration.
I don't blame you, buddy. Off comes the nuts.
Usually bulls are castrated so they're easier to handle, and so the beef can mature faster, for us to eat it faster. None of us are quite ready for this awful sense of culpability. The meat we enjoy does not look like this before we cook it. We don't hear the cries. We don't see the terrible look in the calf's eyes that stares half-mad with desperation up at us, an awful accusation followed by worse, a look of resignation.
I enjoy the delicious taste of steak as much as the next guy. In fact, more than the next guy, but I'm uncomfortable.
In the respectful spirit of non-waste, the testicles become the gaucho's lunch.
Fresh nut kebabs? I think I'll put off eating at Sizzler tonight.
We are all, of course, part of this. Every meat eater. But seeing it is something even I'm not ready to shrug off. Not today, anyway. Not a good day for the No Reservations crew. And here's where it ends for our cattle friends. I think back on something I said earlier in the day.
There is something biblical about this, isn't there? The early martyrs splayed out on a cross.
Martyred for food. In this case, a joyous celebration where a community comes together to live, to eat, to share the bounty. 10,000 BC, our human ancestors finally reached the very tip of South America. The world had run out. What did they find at the end of the road? A jagged blue frontier, towers of sun-carved ice, valleys of deeply gouged rocks, a place of savage beauty. Laying in wait beyond this great barrier of ice, only a few hundred more miles of difficult terrain, and then only the sea. Meanwhile, 12,000 years later, the arrival of 3 fish out of water.
These would be good in New York.
Yeah, for the subway.
So absolutely.
Give me some space.
Yeah.
These days, visitors to Perito Moreno are advised to stop at the ranger station for appropriate footwear.
It's like when I used to go shopping with my mom for Buster Browns. Stylish, man.
Whoa.
Très chic.
Today, I brought along my gaucho pals, Chabon and Martine, for an adventure we all jokingly call Gauchos on Ice.
Vamos a hacer un malambo. Se patea si me duele toda la mano. No puedo ni caminar. ¿Cómo quiere que se patee? Los indios en Estados Unidos, un tomahawk. Compará con este. Chaco, 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 chaco. Ahí está, dale, dale. Chaco, 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 chaco. Tortuga ninja. Pasos cortos y clavando las rocas. El glaciar debe sentir también, ¿no? Lo estamos clavando todo el tiempo.
Me and my barely controllable gaucho buddies are like tiny ants climbing up the back of an ancient dinosaur. Perito Moreno is one of 3 Patagonian glaciers left that are still advancing. It's a kind of place that takes your breath away. But it's not without its dangers.
Ooh, it's danger, eh?
On either side of the trail, ominous crevasses. Easy places, I think, to slip into forever.
Slowly, you fall down. ¿No ves un sorete?
What was it like for the first people who arrived here? Did they begin to sense forces beyond their control? They were probably cold, hungry, and frightened.
Acá, mira. El sendero lo perdimos. Acá adelante. Agarramos sendero propio. Sí, sí. Y justo lo pierdo acá el coso. ¡Ah! Aquí está.